Hello everyone, I'm creating a video today as a request from a friend on Facebook. She's designed a post and core and would like to know how to attach it to the model in order to be able to move forward with the rest of the design. I've seen this question being asked a few times as well, so I guess I'll try to tackle all those answers at once. So I have a couple of ways that you can utilize in order to do this. Now, the design was not done by me, it was done by her. She just sent me the STL files and they're properly aligned one with the other. So the STL of the model and the STL of the actual post. And so I'll just show you how we'll tackle this. So this is method number one. So I would import into a blank instance of the design software. I would import both the post and core and the model together. And when it asks for an antagonist, you say no. And so I just want to show you, here's where everything's happening. And so as you can see here, is two different meshes, right? A mesh of the for the post and the model mesh. Okay, so I'll import them together. So the STL treats them as a single. We'll call them an STL. It's not a single mesh. It's just a single STL. And then the software will require that I create an order form here. So I'll just select Pontic and I can select any tooth number, doesn't matter. Then I click next, finish, next. Okay, then I make the correction as necessary here. And then on the following step, I'm going to tell the software that I'm going to design the virtual gingiva. Now, what I'm going to do is take all the settings all the way down to 0, both in bottom properties and in block out undercuts. I'm going to take this all the way down to 0, okay? And then I'll click apply. Now, what the software will do is it'll create the block out mesh over this entire thing, and we'll end up with a mesh that we can utilize as a model. And I'll show you the results here once it's done calculating. So this is one of the methods that can be utilized. I think it's the same process I think it's technically the same process that you follow on Mesh Mixer. When you try to mesh two things together, the software just creates a new mesh that has that covers the same surface. And so, for example, now I can utilize this, okay, as my model. So I lose a tiny bit of accuracy, okay, and but this is one method we can utilize, okay. And so then what I would do is I would save this STL that I'm visualizing right now, this mesh. I would just and call it, I don't know, new model. And so then when I when I go to open that, here let's do this again. Okay, so when I double click this, then this is the STL that I have now. And so I may be able to utilize this as a model to design my crown. So that's method number one. Method number two, which I'm not too convinced of just yet, but it might work. So what I've done is that I imported the model one way, and then I imported the post as an antagonist for this model. Okay, and the reason why I did that is once everything is imported, I want to be able to click on the antagonist and select freeform to scan data. And what I have to do is go here and just overbuild so that the STL of the post is going through, or the mesh of the post is going through the mesh of the model. Okay, so I tried as hard as possible to stay away from this edge just so I don't lose too much accuracy. All right, and then once I have that, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, okay, and I'm going to call it new post. Okay, and so now I have the STL of this by itself. Now what I'm going to do is in the in expert mode, I'm going to go to tools and I'm going to go to add and remove mesh. Once I close this down, I don't know what's going on here. All right, so add and remove mesh, and I'm going to import as a wax up. I'm going to import the STL of the model. Okay, so this is what I just imported, is exactly the model that we've been working on. Click OK, and then have the software create a wax up. Okay, so once that's done, I can now tell the software that I want to freeform this wax up, and I don't understand why this is happening. And then I will go into the attachment tab, click add, go to the libraries all the way to the bottom to load my file, and I'm gonna import the new post. I'll click rotate so that it's lined up exactly where it needs to be, and then I click apply. And so now the software should attach. Yeah, and so that is my final result there. So let me get rid of this. And so this is my new final result. And so now I can either come in here and try to smooth this out a little bit just to get rid of that transition line. And there I have my post and core. Now, once again, I will save this as an STL, and now I have a model that has everything attached. So those are the couple ways that I would consider utilizing whenever I'm presented with this kind of case. If you have any questions about this or anything else, make sure you post it in the comments. I appreciate you watching the video, and have a good one.